Hi everyone, and welcome to our session on the pros and cons of WhatsApp. I'm Michael Creasy, the Chief Commercial Officer for Tappter.
And I'm Keith Banway, co-founder and CEO.
So firstly, just to set the scene on why WhatsApp is so important to Tappter. Well, Tappter is an omni-channel communication platform that keeps your business, partners, and customers connected. It's effectively a single interface which enables you to manage all communications either internally with your team or externally going out and back in from end customers and partners. As part of the Tappter service, WhatsApp integration is a key component, and therefore WhatsApp is a major part of our technology, which our clients can utilize to manage those communications. So it's fair to say that as part of building this capability, the Tappter team have had to become experts in the pros and cons of WhatsApp and how it can be used to its full potential. So without further ado, I'll now hand over to Keith to walk us through the pros and cons of WhatsApp.
Thanks, Michael. So to start with, what's all the fuss about, you might be asking? Well, simply put, WhatsApp has over 2 billion users, which means lots of eyeballs on screens. And as a result of that, you get much, much quicker responses to your messages than you otherwise would on email, which can take a few hours, days, weeks, maybe not even at all. In WhatsApp, we're looking at a few minutes, typically 2 or 3 on average. So the rapid response rates are really, really useful for businesses. And in comparison to SMS, which has comparable response rates, it's a lot cheaper as well. So commercially speaking, businesses are really seeing the benefit of this, as well as from an operational perspective, just having those very, very quick responses coming back from customers. The thing with WhatsApp, to start to get your head around, is there's different types of account that you can have. And once you start to understand this, you can then start to understand how it can apply best to your business. The first one is the free personal app, which we'll all be used to using on our phones, no doubt. This is an application where you're only allowed one app per mobile device, mobile number, and that's for personal usage only. And WhatsApp are quite clear on that in their terms and conditions. And it's for single person usage, which means we don't share access to our WhatsApp with other people so that everyone else can utilize our account to message people. Everyone uses their own account. So it's very much single person usage, one app on one device, all right? Then the next one up is a free business app. That too operates on a one app per mobile device basis. So the key thing to understand here is that if you don't buy mobile devices for your employees, and they are running their personal versions of WhatsApp on their phones, you can't then add the business app on there as well. So that then becomes a limitation. But if you do go with the business app on your phone, that's the decision someone makes, then you can utilize that application to run simple business chat. And then you can also link up to 4 accounts where 4 of you can be messaging customers through the same business account. The slight limitation there is that the end customer doesn't see who specifically is messaging them. They'll just see messages coming back and forward from that business, and there's no personalization there. So useful for free, some basic functions, but obviously some limitations with regards to the apps that you can have on the phone, especially if people have their personal apps on their own personal devices. At the other end of the scale, and this is where more and more businesses are going, is the premium WhatsApp account. This works on an API basis. So it basically means that you have to have an intermediary piece of software like Tappter to take advantage of it. But with this, you get unlimited business users. So you can have a full team of you messaging end clients and partners all through the single portal, as Michael explained you can do with Tappter. But there are certain chat limitations when utilizing the API that you might not have expected. For example, it's not so easy to create group chats where you can't create group chats with end customers, for example. Whilst there's a team of you internally that can message end customers, you can't create groups of end customers that can then participate in that group chat. So there's some of the limitations, but overall, more and more businesses are going down this route, and I'll come on to some of the other reasons why in a moment. To just bring that to life a little bit with this architecture diagram here, you can see, as I've explained, you have WhatsApp users on the left-hand side, which will be using the free personal app on their mobile devices. You've then got the WhatsApp servers themselves, which will be handling the data going in and out from those WhatsApp accounts. Then you've got the intermediary software like Tappter, which is taking the APIs from those WhatsApp servers, and then that's presenting the chat information out to the business users on the right-hand side. So hopefully this diagram contextualizes what I was just been saying about the premium business account and the components that are needed to bring it to life. So what does WhatsApp do best? At Tappter, we've always been thinking about the end-to-end customer journey and digitizing that as far as possible, whilst not detracting from the personal element that is so important in businesses like a estate agency, where in the sales environment, you want that personality to come across as a key selling point. The relationship is so important with those customers. So you don't want to lose that personal touch by having something digitized, but nonetheless, you want that end-to-end journey to be digitized as far as possible so that you can drive out the best operational efficiencies and optimizations, of course. So if you look at this diagram here, you can see that we map the customer journey into 3 distinct phases. You have a pre-transaction phase, which is where you're picking up leads, arranging viewings, and trying to secure listings for your business. You then have the transaction phase, which is where a landlord or vendor decides to list their property with you, or someone is looking to actually go forwards and buy that property or let the property. And then on the right-hand side, you've got the post-transaction phase. Easiest to think of this in terms of lettings management. So people are in their homes, and then there's a after-sales, aftercare kind of process that kicks in that post-transaction phase. Now, with regards to WhatsApp, it's really, really powerful in that pre-transaction phase, because as we said from the top, you get very, very quick response rate. So it's very useful for being able to communicate very quickly with potential vendors and landlords, so that you can secure those listings quickly. And then, of course, you want to tap into the market that's looking to actually buy the property or let the property themselves. So speed is of the essence in that area, and that's where WhatsApp really, really comes to the fore. As you go through the customer journey, you can still use WhatsApp, of course, as you can see on the diagram here, but there are certain chat limitations. As I said, you can't create group messaging with the customers. If you have external parties that are part of the communications process, like conveyancing solicitors or maintenance personnel that go out to site for lettings management and so forth, you can't easily loop those external third parties into the communications with and customers that are using WhatsApp. So there's certain limitations there, but you can certainly still use WhatsApp in those phases. But that's very much why we've built Tappter, because we address all of those challenges with our own branded app, which in turn can actually be white labeled for your business as well. So there's a lot more features you get with the Tappter service, as well as additional compliance features, for example, which makes it even more powerful in terms of supporting that end-to-end customer journey in a digital way. So that's another option for you, should you want to go down that route, to look at Tappter as an application, or indeed having your own branded app in the app stores. But as I said, WhatsApp does underpin the whole communication journey should you need it to. So it's still very, very valid. To summarize then, in terms of top tips or top takeaways for WhatsApp, get on it. Do not be left behind. More and more businesses are getting on to the WhatsApp bandwagon, and customers are just expecting it. You know, email was the thing of the past. Everyone expected to message people, businesses, but utilizing email. Now they're looking at WhatsApp, and it's just becoming expected. So if you're not doing it, you will be left behind pretty sharpish, and that's going to impact your reputations as far as your customer experience and customer journey is concerned. So do get on it. Don't be left behind. The second part of this is know your cyber and business continuity risks. As I said before, if you've got employees with personal devices and they're utilizing WhatsApp to message customers, that is a big no-no from a GDPR point of view. It also means all of your precious business data is on their personal devices. So if that device gets lost, that employee goes rogue or leaves or whatever, that's going to create challenges for your business. So you really must start to be in a position to understand those cyber and business continuity risks, and of course your data protection requirements as well, for making sure that your business is compliant. So that's a key area when you're starting to look at this too. And then, as it says at the end, know where WhatsApp supports your end-to-end customer journey. You do have an end-to-end journey. WhatsApp, as I said, does fit into that in certain places in a really, really powerful way. It's not so strong for other parts. So it's really useful to map out the end-to-end customer journey where you can, understand how that can best be supported by WhatsApp and other different technologies, such as the Tappter system. And then obviously get your full team championing behind it and pushing it where possible, because as we've been saying all the way through this, it's the customer's expectation, it's quicker and easier, and it will produce operational efficiencies for you guys.
Perfect. Thank you, Keith, for your expertise and some great tips to finish off there. So look, to everyone who's watched this video, thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out to either Keith or myself. And thank you once again for joining today.
Thank you.
Thank you.